An Iron Backstory. Written and read by Gregory the Heavy Goods Engine. James was just pulling into the smelter's yard with a goods train. Arry and Bert were there.
Well, 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 Arry. Look who it is. It's Rusty Red Scrap Iron. Come to finally meet your end, eh?
No, I'm just here to drop off my load. Why do you two always taunt us with scrap? Arry and Bert then looked down at their buffers and sighed.
You want to know why we'd always taunt about scrap? You want to know what our life on the mainland was like? Well, said Bert, we worked in a scrapyard with our brother Kingston. Together we were very close.
Kingston? Like the city in the UK?
Yes, the very same. Kingston was a hard worker and always looked out for us. He taught us the ways of being modern and replacing steam engines. Of course, we were painted in British Royal Blue at the time. We were just new to the line. And this scrapyard felt like a true home. Kingston and the two of us worked side by side together, always catching up and always getting the job done.
James was actually impressed. Wow, that's very impressive, you two.
I know. It wasn't until we were bought by the Sodor Ironworks. That's when we had to say goodbye to Kingston. We left after saying goodbye to our big brother, and we crossed the bridge headed for Sodor.
Wow. So you two worked at a scrapyard, and now you're working at another scrapyard.
Yes, you could say that.
Where's Kingston?
Oh, he was bought by a waste dump on a heritage railway on the mainland.
Why wasn't he bought by a different heritage railway?
Well, he likes to get dirty and likes to be really useful. Like you and those other kettles.
Yeah.
We definitely miss Kingston, though, said Arry.
If only we could see him again, added Bert. James completely understood.
Tell you what, James, why don't you run along? We'll get back to our scrap while you go back to your coaches.
James reluctantly agreed. Arry and Bert watched him go till he was out of sight. And they got back to work. The two diesels are still menacing at times. But when James arrives at the smelters, they always know when to keep quiet and let him do his work. To pay tribute to Kingston, who was far away in the waste dump on the mainland. I think someday Kingston will come to Sodor to reunite with his brothers. Don't you?